Morning, hello, and welcome to the Moses Lake Lead Community Initiatives Update. My name is Barry Lawson, and I am a founding board member of Moses Lake Lead, and I will be your host today. I'm joined today by three amazing people that live in our community: Moses Lake City Manager Allison Williams, Moses Lake Community Development Director Melissa Bethel, and last but certainly not least, Downtown Moses Lake Business Association Director Lexi Smith. So prior to the pandemic, Moses Lake Lead did a community survey, and from that survey we found 11 pretty strong or common topics that were consistently mentioned. And as a group, as a Moses Lake Lead group, we had planned to have a community summit earlier this year to discuss those issues. The pandemic hit and our summit had to be postponed. And then our next attempt was actually postponed due to the next wave. And so with that said, we're wanting to bring an update to the public on those topics, and as many things are happening and moving forward. So this video update series was created for that. So this is one part of many that that hopefully the viewers will be able to see. If you're seeing this one, you should be able to see the other ones. I am pleased to present the topic of lakefront development, a little more specifically the downtown area of the lakefront development. This project is going to complement nicely with our the Broadway corridor district that's becoming very active and lively in the comp plan and moving forward, and the creative district and the downtown revitalization district. So I feel like all of these are going to merge together and kind of spur off of each other and help each other along as we move forward. So I'm going to start with Melissa. So basically the overview of the plan and the vision, like what do you see? What is the city's view, the comp plan's view of what we're discussing?
Sure. So we just finished up our comp plan. It was about a year and a little more than a year's process, and we got it adopted by the council just, I think, last month. And so one of the main items that came out of the comp plan is we have a new vision for our community, and with lots of public participation. And basically what it says is Moses Lake is a diverse, connected, and supportive community of innovation and opportunity that values its namesake lake, small town vibe, growing arts and cultural scene, abundance of sunshine, and outdoor activities. And so we have this new vision, and out of that vision, we developed goals. And there were 5 main goals. And so one of those is to strengthen the character and identity of Moses Lake. And so out of that, there's several points that we would try to strive for. And so one of them is revitalizing downtown as a creative, civic, and cultural center oriented towards the lake. And so right there, front and center, that's one of our goals and one of our abilities that we want to accomplish for the city. And again, this was with lots of public participation. And then create an active, vibrant waterfront, promote high quality and aesthetically pleasing development. We want to bring reinvestment into downtown and through our historic resources or creative industry development. And so as a goal, that's front and center. And so that makes it a high priority for us as a community.
So good. So part of this too is the actual waterfront. The majority of the waterfront in Moses Lake is owned privately. There's a couple sections just downtown that's public. And that's in everyone's best interest to do that, in my belief, and I believe in the city's belief, and most of the public. Is there a timeline? Is there a timeline that's attached to this? inside the comp plan?
I don't know about a timeline. Allison might be able to speak more to that, but we do have projects that we have identified in the comp plan that are high priority. And so part of that is the Broadway district revitalization, the downtown creative district. And so those are a couple. And then as far as timeline, Allison might be able to speak more on that.
Sure.
Yes, so the overall comprehensive plan has an implementation section. And the first part of the planning process is making sure that you're getting important projects into your plan. And so the Broadway corridor, the downtown creative district, which also encompasses the redevelopment of the lakefront, are incorporated as projects in the comp plan. In addition, there's another comprehensive plan coming, which is the Parks and Recreation Comprehensive Plan, and that is due to come forward in the December and January time period. Obviously, the Parks Comp Plan is pretty critical if we're looking at developing that lakefront area. And I know that the Trails Master Plan, the idea of transitioning the railroad along the waterfront, those are all specific projects in the Parks and Recreation Comprehensive Plan. So once they're in the plans, then that gives the city the impetus to go out and find funding for them, because we have a documented process that we've gone through that shows them as community priorities. Getting funding and getting the projects implemented will take probably a minimum of 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, because at some level the citizens would be like, well, we talked about it last year, why is it not built this year?
Right.
There's plenty of time to do construction in the summer, so that's good. And so some of the transferring the railroad owned property, do you view, Allison, do you view that as a large hurdle or a small hurdle?
It's a significant project, and the timing of it is dependent on the port's rail project, because that really gives the Columbia Basin Railroad another route around downtown. The waterfront route is their current route out to our industrial properties. So it's critical that the ports project be underway and committed to, and that way it gives some leverage there and some willingness on the part of the railroad to start a negotiation process for their properties. They own a lot of property. And so there is a process that we'll have to go through to get appraisals. And one particular grant source is the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office offers parks acquisition and development grants. And you have to have gone through a review process and application process that in itself is a 2-year-long process.
Sure. And then, so Lexi, so why does our community need this? We're sitting here talking about the what's and the how's, but why? So myself as a citizen, I know I need it when I'm out. If I'm ever out on the lake, there's definitely a need to come down and have access to that. There's families, there's everyone that in our community that talks about being able to get down there. So can you talk about some of the whys?
So obviously our whole town surrounds our lake, but there seems to be a bit of a disconnect. And I think that's partly because so much of the lake is owned by private owners. So we have this wonderful resource, and our downtown is right there on top of it, but all the buildings face away from it. There's nothing really taking you from downtown to the waterfront. There's not a huge appeal to go down in that area, but it's this wonderful public land that has so much potential. So when you're shopping at any of our downtown businesses or any small businesses in general, you're shopping there because they're more of an experience. They're more personal. You're going there for memories, for something to do, for, those unique things that are in your community. And having that waterfront and really making it super unique to Moses Lake would just make it even more of an experience, even more of something to do, even more of a reason to go visit your small businesses, even more of a reason for more small businesses to want to come be in our area. So really utilizing that waterfront that we have right there, right in front of us, is really important to downtown, really important to our community, really important to our lake, and to the creative district, since it's right there in our coordinates.
That's great. That's great. So the stakeholders, are stakeholders going to have an option or the ability to have like commercial space, kayak rentals, events, weddings, and such? Is that an opportunity?
I think that'd be probably more of a city. I don't know if I can really answer that, but I would love to see things like that. I would love to have, food trucks and equipment for water
Right.
and things like that all in that area. And I mean, maybe the DMLA can just do some special event permits, but probably a city question.
Okay, well, we'll let Allison and Melissa know together that that's what the public wants. So that's actually some of the things that they asked for as part of the project ideas as we move forward. So the ability to have those options. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to comment on?
I would just say that, speaking specifically to what you were just saying, Barry, the city is going through the process of updating our development regulations. And so the types of uses that are along the waterfront will be determined when in the development regulation process. And so keeping this line of conversation coming forward will be really important. And I know with our Parks Department, if we're in the driver's seat with the operation of those properties, some of those features are already in place, the dock that is accessible to kayaks, et cetera. We just need to make the connections and make it better. And I think that's the goal coming out of the Parks Comp Plan as well.
That's awesome. And that's part of what Lexi is here to help us do. That's what Moses Lake Lead. That's why we're here, to help create opportunities for our citizens as well, to make it to improve what we already have in a great city. So thank you so much, Allison, Melissa, and Lexi, for joining me today to provide this update on the downtown waterfront development. And for the viewers out there, if you haven't seen them already, please check out our other videos that are being presented by other Moses Lake Lead board members. Thank you. Have a great day.